Welcome back, Kitchen 719. We have a little Central American episode for you today, making pupusas.
Yes.
Pupusas, you know where pupusas are from?
Well, I learned this week it's from El Salvador.
Very good.
And David had his class do Latin American.
Yeah, we're doing
something.
Latin American, then we're going to do Central American specifically. This is a thousands-of-year-old recipe, but we have fresh ingredients, so we're working it that way.
That's good.
So here's what we got. Finished product. Product not quite finished, and I'm going to show you how we got to this point, which is a kind of dumpling-esque kind of piece, and is made with masa, corn flour, and we are going to be putting in some Oaxacan cheese, some Mexican cheese we're going to be using, and some refried beans are going to be stuffed inside of it. And then the garnish is called cortito, which is a spicy cabbage slaw from El Salvador.
And that's this one over here. So this is the.
That is the Salvadoran salsa roja. Okay. And the other
Honey,
one
did you explain this one? This
Yep,
is.
that's the beans, that's the refined beans, and the Oaxacan cheese.
Yikes.
And,
We got blurry all of a sudden. What happened? Oh, hold on. Let's come into focus.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, good. All right, yeah.
And that's the cortito, okay. Which is a
Good.
spicy slaw. So, also what I have real quick to help this, I have a little oil and warm water in a bowl. And I have a mixing bowl next to me, which you will see the dough come out of the mixing bowl. What I'm going to do, my hands are nice and wet. So now I have got the size, a little bigger than a golf ball. Okay, how about that?
Yeah.
I'm going to work this around a little bit, and I'm going to flatten it out. Maybe 4 or 5 inches in diameter, and I'm putting in kind of a little well in the middle.
Show that to everybody out
How about
there.
that? Yeah, a little well.
Yeah.
So, and I'm going to load this in with our bean and cheese mixture, which is right here. And it's okay.
So did you make that bean? Where'd you get that?
At a market.
Okay.
And I pureed the beans, and then I cooked the beans down, and then I folded in, I shredded some cheese.
What kind of cheese did you use?
It's Oaxacan cheese, as I had mentioned, which is a Mexican cheese. Oaxacan cheese.
Okay.
And I'm just going to fold this in, and I'm going to.
I'm going to show everybody.
Yep. I'm going to make this into a nice little package. And when I was making these the other day, all I could think about was this recipe has been on this planet for thousands of years. All I could think about was Mayan Indians doing the same procedure, in the jungles of El Salvador. And then, I wasn't there, but I'm just saying.
Neither was I.
Possibly, you weren't?
No.
Okay.
I'm not,
Possibly, maybe they were cooking it on a hot rock or something. I don't know, but it's really simple. Okay.
So, actually,
And,
cooking it on a hot rock, I have an old black skillet that we're going to be using today, which is really
nice little pad, just like that. And I'm going to throw these into the skillet right now.
Okay.
I'm going to do 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had these last night, and they were, oh my God, so delicious. David made sure that I had some nice food when I came home yesterday, which was great.
Coming back and doing another one. Just put my hands in there.
So we mixed everything up in the KitchenAid before. It was, I guess, how long did you mix that up for?
2 or 3 minutes, just till it came together and still maintained a little stickiness.
Looks good.
Hi,
Hi, honey. I'm looking at you.
Okay.
Because you're my honey bunny.
You're ridiculous. So I'm nice and flat again. Wait, is that Central American music we have in the background?
It is. Yeah, so...
What a theme show it is this evening.
So we like to listen to a lot of music when we're cooking. This station is awesome. It's Pandora, and it is... I wrote it down.
What's it called?
It is... So in case
Refer
you're
to your
looking
notes.
Oh my God. This station is really good, right, David?
Oh, it's a beautiful station.
It's called Canto Diasona Radio. Really good.
Especially when you're making pupusas. This is pupusa making music.
I don't know. Did we say what it was? Papusas?
These are pupusas. Did we not say pupusas?
We did not.
Oh, we got to keep saying pupusas.
Papusas.
These are pupusas. This is what they are called.
They are, like I said, last night I had them, and they just exploded with flavor. It was so nice. It was really, really good.
So again, I got this nice flat diameter. And honestly, a little bit leaks out. Actually, this is pretty. It's going to hold together pretty good. And look, this is a bean dip, a refried bean with cheese. You know, if you wanted, it's vegetarian. If you wanted to, you could have made this with chorizo.
Let's just kind of show the.
Or you can make it with fish or anything like that.
Back over this
way.
way.
What we got?
And just show the frying pan.
Oh, frying pan.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see it back here.
I'll bring it over to the folks.
Okay. This is a every kitchen should have one of these. Is a big old black skillet.
Heavy.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
As a matter of fact, it's a good way. I don't know if this is how true this is, but I do remember years ago when I was working in some clinics, if I had women who were had anemia, sometimes the nutritionist used to tell them to cook in the black iron skillet because food would actually absorb the iron for them. Just a little tip.
And it's a health tip as well.
Yeah, it's a little health
tip. You get
tip.
everything on this show.
Yeah, you get
you
everything.
get food, you get music, little anthropology.
Yeah.
And you get some. And let's get some food too.
Yeah, we will.
So let's see what we got here. So I got one in, and I know they're gonna have a tough time seeing it, but I'm looking for a nice color in these. So this is gonna be about probably maybe 3 or 4 minutes per side, and you want to get kind of this color, okay, nice and golden brown. And you know, you've got this particular corn cake with the stuffing. These particular have a little bit of spice to them, so it's a really nice complement of each other, and there's some very nice colors too, aren't there?
It is, and you
purples
know,
and oranges and
right?
things like that.
And what else has gone into making these?
Love.
Love.
Love. That's exactly right.
And I wanted to throw out there too, the other day at work, one of my work colleagues, one of my friends, made a beautiful tres leche cake. That was Vanessa. And when I asked her how it was so good, right, David? I came home and I told you.
You raved about it. You didn't bring any home.
I didn't bring any home, but I raved about it. And when I asked her how she made it, she said she made it with
love.
She made it with love. That's what food should be made with.
That's what food should be made of.
Right?
So these are about to be flipped, and then we're going to strictly garnish them. Should we do a little garnish for these guys right now?
So, so when we had it last night, I totally did not know what any of this is, and we're blurry again, David. What's happening here? There we are. Focus.
We're moving. We're moving it around. We're moving around.
We are so professional with this camera bit.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Gumdrop, show them what to do.
Okay. Gumdrop. So I'm just going to garnish it. Kind of look. You know, there's no set pattern for this. Pretty much a little bit on there, and then we'll get another little spoon, and we'll get the salsa roja, and you can.
Oh, so tell them about the salsa roja. It's a little different than what we. When David said that this was a salsa, I was kind of surprised because it was not.
It's a cooked salsa.
It's not your typical what we think of as a salsa. It's a little kind of. It looks pureed almost, but it is loaded with flavor.
Yes.
What went into this, David?
We got some onions. We've got some serrano chilies. Decent amount of tomatoes, and a lot of love.
With love.
Pureed and then cooked down till it gets thick. Probably cooked down for about 10 minutes or so. And that's kind of what we're looking for.
Nice. It's really good. I'm a little timid with a lot of spices. Can't do the real hot, but that was perfect. And so then here's what
finished product as well. And should I bring a couple more out?
Yep, let's do it.
I'll bring it out in a big plate.
Then we're going to.
Then we're going to chow down.
Yeah.
On some pupusas. Say it, pupusa.
Pupusa.
There you go.
So, the other thing is that if you want to ever send us something that you'd like to see us make, or if you have a family dish that you think we should experiment with, it'd be awesome.
Absolutely.
Right?
We'll certainly try it.
Okay.
And we'll put our little spin on it.
Yeah.
How about that?
All right, so we just grab more out of the fry pan.
Here from there, and this one, and this one.
Hi.
We'll stack them up.
All right, I'm trying to fill her. Okay, here we go.
No, there we go, fill her.
Oh my God.
Stack them up.
Beautiful.
They can see them or not.
Let's bring it up closer.
Yeah, how about
Those
that?
look gorgeous.
How about that?
Beautiful.
All right, it's
ready
time to eat.
Let's
You
get a
bored
fork.
these people enough?
Okay. Let's grab a fork and
Chow
do it.
down.
Hang on. We don't have the props ready. Oh, we have spoons.
Thank you for joining us.
Okay.
And we are going to start our Sunday dinner with our pupusas, our cortito, which is the spicy slaw, cabbage slaw.
Oh my God! Yeah, we didn't talk much about
No,
this.
it's got some carrots. It's got some more onions in it.
This is amazing.
And it also has a little salt to help the curing process. And it also has serrano chilies as well. So
all beautiful things.
A little bit hot, and there's a decent amount of oregano in there. Nice Mexican oregano to go as well.
Nice.
And that finishes
Where are
out.
you
A
getting
lot
it?
of flavor.
You know what? It was fun.
Time to eat.
Time to eat.
Have fun.
All right, guys.
See ya.
See you soon.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.